All right. So the Gangstalking target individual, um, they will choose stuff. They will kind of spoon feed you. You when you're online and stuff, so they'll kind of spoon feed you wrong information and stuff. Um, it's all about deception. It's all about deceive, disrupt, deny, and degrade. You know what I mean? So, anyways, they will spoon feed you. Like when I went in to talk with a state trooper, and I gave him my letter to DOJ and stuff. Okay, because I was convinced this guy in uniform, man, he convinced me to give him my letter and stuff. Okay, so I give him my letter and stuff. He gave it to these private people and so on. And I mean, the private people call me. Sorry, yep, they call me to meet them at the state trooper barracks and so on. You know what I mean? Because state trooper barracks and stuff, it shows legitimacy. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, man, I go on there and stuff, and he spoon feed me when he realized now that I have an illness that is documented on the VA and stuff, and I'm writing this letter for the for the Department of Justice. He was trying to resend now to kind of back down, okay, and at that point he was spoon feeding me wrong information. You know what I mean? Like such as lizard people and shit. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest with you. Like, if they come to me and say that lizard people exist and the shit done, I would do that. You know what I'm saying? Because like you're so desperate for an end result, for stuff to end, you will trust me, you'll do the same thing, bruh. I'm so desperate for the shit to end. I don't smoke pot, and I started smoking pot. Okay, so that put that into understanding for a second. Okay, all right. And also at the same time too, right? I did everything, and that's what it is, right? Because remember now, I would stop making videos. I would delete all my videos and stuff if they stop. But they won't stop because their mission right now is to really make me look like I'm schizophrenic. Even though the VA gave me that diagnosis and stuff, and I bet you if I could go, I could go back and I could go to a non VA person. In fact, I could go back to the VA and make them diagnose me. But after what I don't trust the integrity. You know what I'm saying? I could go to any doctor and I could pass not being schizo, not even being schizo effective. You know what I mean? You know, even though I'm going through this is my third year and they're gonna keep hitting me with stuff to really make me look like I'm crazy and so on. You know what I mean? Because clearly I'm wearing foil hats now. You know what I'm saying? And they're not gonna stop. But I'm glad to know they can't assassinate me. They could push me to suicide. You know what I mean? Because they know that apart from I went to a private doctor and I told the private doctor and so on. I put it online now, so they know that I came home on suicide watch. You know what I mean? So they know everything about me, but I think I have enough room to fight them and so on. Okay, it's gonna go on forever. It's gonna go on forever because um, I have to move on inferences. Okay, when I pull, they pull. When I pull, they pull. Like I am day, they night, or they are day and I'm night. I'm there, but the only thing about it, they outsource me. So they have more resources than I have, and I mean, they could tap into the federal government, because that's what they have. They could tap into the private market, and I mean, my online activity. So they really have me boxed around, and so on. You know what I mean? And even at times, I feeling like did my spiritual encounter in '96 do they have influence in that? You know what I mean? Um, at times I'm confused. I'm like, damn, is it them? You know what I mean? Um, but at the end of the day and stuff, man, they are man. Man is capable of mistakes. Man is weak. You know what I mean? They can predict 24 years in advance. You know what I mean? They probably could predict like 3 months. You know what I mean? And I'll be more honest with you. When she told me that, like 2 days, you know what I'm saying? 2 days. I'll probably get like, nah, they probably, and you know what? Not even 2 days. I'll give it. I want to say like 3 months, man. But I want to be more accurate as possible. You know what I mean? So for all intents and purposes, I'll give them 3 months. They have a 3 months. predicting shit. You know what I mean? You know. But that right there, I'm really sketchy on. I don't wanna be stupid. I can't. I won't stand on that in court. You know what I mean? You know, if for in court, I won't stand on that. I would probably stand on like the mind readers. I could win that one. They could manipulate your electronics. They can manipulate your car. They could read your thoughts. You know what I mean? They can manipulate people around you. You know what I mean? And then make it look like the people around you in on it. You know what I mean? They're really good and stuff, man. And the purpose of it is to remain secret. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, just like every organization has a mission and so on. The mission statement of Google is to provide information to the masses and so on. They and the army. What's one of the missions of the army, man? Okay, like law enforcement is to protect and serve. Everybody has its mission statement. Their mission statement is secrecy. You know what I mean? Just like the word says for Secret Service, secret service. You know what I mean? They have to remain secret. Yeah. And they're not gonna let up. They're gonna let up and stuff, man. The more I talk about it, I think that's what one of the missions. When I came out of that in 1996, when I came out of that rough encounter, remember now I was not high. Like I was sleeping, and the dragon came out, and the dragon was cursing. Okay, and I knew right away, even back then when I was ignorant, as a teenager, the reason why the dragon was cursing because he exposed himself. I'm sorry. He came at me wrong, and as punishment to the dragon, he had to expose himself. And I mean, so when a dragon is floating and you seen as a dragon, he was ashamed about it, and he was just cursing like, I can't remember exactly what you were saying, but the F word was in there. A lot of nasty words was in there, and like he wouldn't make eye contact with me. You know what I'm saying? He was just floating. I think that was his punishment. And then so before he floated and stuff, there was the Dracula and the vampire, the Dracula and the Frankenstein kind of fighting in the closet and so on. Then boom, the closet door open and they're coming out and stuff. And I'm like, that's not going to scare me. You know what I mean? Then the next night was I don't know if it's the next night, but I know for a fact every morning I was waking up at a particular time, and I'll give them this information, 3:33 every morning. Okay, and I already said it, so I can't take it back. It's already out there on YouTube at 3:33 every morning. So I don't know if it's the very next night, the very next morning. I mean, with the dragon, but I know it was shortly thereafter. And then when I saw he started cursing and so on, and then when the eagle showed up now, that's when the dragon and all the nonsense stopped. You know what I mean? And I would experience stuff, but it wouldn't be nothing to scare me and stuff. You know what I mean? I would experience stuff like I saw myself getting married and stuff, man, and like I would get deja vu of that, whether it be through a vision, whether it be through a dream, whether it be through like seeing stuff, you know what I mean, or just thinking stuff. But I never saw my wife. I mean, I never saw my Caucasian wife and stuff. I did see some, I did see some, I did see an African American woman, and I think the person I'm talking to is that person I seen, and I told them that and so on. But like, I saw my house, okay, my house in Evans Mills. I saw that, and I mean, I that's one reason too. I was trying to keep my house and so on. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, they did a number on me, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what God intended. I don't know if somebody like every time stuff happens and so on and you don't understand it, just close your eyes and say God got it under control. Because I'm probably going through this to protect the next person after me. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's going to be our next Joel Thorpe from the Caribbean joining the army and stuff. Before he go in the army, like God is gonna like give him all these guidance and so on. He's gonna go to the psychiatrist and stuff. They're gonna doubt him and so on. Um, they're gonna do all kind of stuff to him and so on. And there's gonna be a mission there. At least this time around, they're not gonna kill him because I think when Aaron Alexis went and shoot up the place and so on, they probably thought they had it under control. They did all the risk assessment and so on. You know what I mean? He's not gonna go into a federal a federal employment area and do the stuff. They probably thought they had it under lock and key and fall apart. And that's one thing about man. Like man is always capable of mistakes. He's always capable of mistakes, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's that. So maybe I'm just here to protect the next person after me. You know what I mean? Um, and if that's the case and so on, I'm glad to be used as a tool. But I just don't want to be. I don't want to be humiliated, man. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to go out and preach and stuff, man. Like preaching is it's not humiliating to preach. It's not. You know what I mean? But like that's not my calling. You know what I'm saying? I love people. I love helping people and stuff, man. Um, but I don't want to be a preacher and stuff, man. I don't mind going back to church and stuff. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, man. So that's another thing right here. I'm gonna try to put every time something comes to my mind and so on. I'm gonna try to put it out there and so on. You know what I mean? And of course, I know I can't fight them. That's not my job. I'm not trying to fight them and so on, man. Because once again, if my American government, man, could go and fight countries and win wars and stuff, you know what I mean? I'm a third class citizen from a different country, you know what I mean? Like, I can't fight them. I'm American, you know what I'm saying? And once again, I'm proud to say I got my citizenship through my mom, not through my wife. You know what I mean? Um, I was a citizen before I got married. Boom. I was my first year teaching in Brooklyn, Acorn High School, when the Maso, my principal, granted me a day of leave so I could go sworn in and become a citizen. I got married before. I became a citizen before I got married. I became a citizen before I joined the army. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. So that's that. Man, I might have the first immigrant to be placed in this program, yo. I'm curious to know, man. I'm curious to that. All right.